Say tricks.
What if you could turn your hunter's dodge into a literal weapon, stack it 3 times, and trigger instant map clearing ignitions on demand? Well, thanks to the new Crackshot aspect and a classic exotic leg piece, you can. This is our new Solar Yeehaw, a build that turns you into a rolling, diving explosion machine that obliterates rooms with Sunshot and nukes champions into dust without ever throwing a single punch. Our class ability is Acrobat's Dodge to instantly make us and our allies radiant on activation, amping up our weapon damage right out of the gate. Crackshot transforms our class ability and completely rewires our playstyle. Whenever you activate your class ability, it fires off 3 automatic, hard-hitting, scorching shots. Targeting a single major or boss means all 3 shots track right onto them, priming them for absolute disaster. Our grenade is the Incendiary Grenade. This is your pocket matchstick. It applies massive amounts of scorch stacks to a whole crowd instantly. Our melee is weighted throwing knife. If anything survives our grenade or your dodge, this heavy knife is your cleanup crew, instantly igniting any target that's already scorched. We are running On Your Mark for that classic weapon handling and reload speed boost, which keeps our gunplay snappy. You can stack On Your Mark up to 10 times. At maximum stacks, kills will grant us restoration. To supercharge our ignitions, we have Ember of Ashes to increase the amount of scorch stacks applied by our grenade, Sunshot, and Crackshot. Ember of Char, so our solar ignitions spread scorch to surrounding targets, creating a chain reaction. Ember of Blistering, so defeating targets with solar ignitions grants us grenade energy. Ember of Eruption to increase the area of effect distance of our ignitions, giving us bigger booms with wider radius. Finally, Ember of Benevolence will boost our ability regeneration rates across the board when we apply Radiant or Cure to our allies. For our exotic armor, we are running the Radiant Dance Machines. With Radiant Dance Machines, our primary ammo weapons will grant us class ability energy. When our class ability is full, our rapid primary weapon kills will build up a hidden counter that grants us up to 2 additional class ability charges. To reiterate, normally, Crackshot lets you fire a single burst when you dodge, but with Radiant Dance Machines, we can stack up to 3 distinct dodges back to back. That means you are triggering Crackshot over and over again on the exact same enemy, forcing instant massive ignitions and dealing some big yeehaw damage. For our weapon, there's only one real answer: Sunshot. Sunshot is a room clearing cheat code. Sunshot deals explosive final blows to spread even more scorch, chaining into our fragments and rapidly refueling our entire loop due to it being a primary ammo weapon. Legendary weapons are purely user's choice with this build. That said, I ran an Ouster engine with auto-loading holster and Chaos Reshaped for dealing with overload champions. And this is a throwback, but I also ran a Cataclysmic with 4th times the charm and bait and switch to deal with barrier champs. For our artifact, we are running Implement of Curiosity with Elemental Benevolence so that we get 15% class ability energy when we make our allies radiant. Refresh Threads to give ability energy to our least charge ability when we pick up a fire sprite. Elemental Coalescence so that our rapid kills will spawn a fire sprite. Elemental Daze to trigger an ignition whenever we stun a champion with our solar weapons. Shoulder to Shoulder to boost our damage resistance when we deal precision damage while near 2 allies. Radiant Shrapnel so when we kill a scorched enemy with our weapons, the target will release 1 solar shrapnel that explodes and scorches after it chases down another enemy. And lastly, we have Elemental Overdrive to grant us the equivalent of ×3 weapon surge when we pick up a fire sprite. For our armor, we want 200 points in class so that our Crackshot will deal as much damage as possible. 125 points in weapon to boost our Sunshot damage. Then I split the remaining points between grenade and super. To achieve these stats, I made sure all 5 pieces of my armor were specialist. For our armor set, we want to run 4 pieces of lustrous armor so that our rapid solar final blows will heal us, which in turn will grant our solar weapons increased handling and reload speed. On our helmet, we have 1 harmonic siphon so that our Sunshot Prince orbs, and 2 dynamo mods so that every time we activate Crackshot, we receive 4% super energy. On our arms, we have 1 grenade font and 1 melee font to grant 20 points to each stat while we have armor charge. Then we have 1 impact induction so that our powered melee hits will give us 12% grenade energy. On our helmet, we have 2 charged up mods so we can hold more armor charge stacks, and 1 solar ammo generation to help keep our special and heavy weapon loaded. On our legs, we have 2 solar surges to boost our sunshot damage by another 17%, and 1 orbs of restoration to grant 10% energy to our least charged ability. Then on our class item, we have time dilation to make our armor charge last longer, 1 reaper so that our next weapon kill after dodging will print an orb, and 1 powerful attraction so our dodges grab any nearby orbs. The gameplay loop divides perfectly between dealing with weak trash mobs and deleting high health targets. Step 1. The Gathering. Use Sunshot to tear through weaker enemies. Thanks to our fragments and armor mods, these explosive solar kills will rapidly build up extra charges of your class ability, making sure you hit maximum stacks. Step 2. The Melt. When a champion, mini-boss, or beefy major steps into the arena, you move in close. Throw your incendiary grenade to instantly prime them with heavy scorch stacks. Step 3. The Dance. Activate your acrobat's dodge to trigger your first Crackshot burst and secure your radiant damage buff. Thanks to radiant dance machines, you immediately followed up with your second and third dodges. The rapid fire Crackshot bursts slam into the scorched target, triggering immediate, violent solar ignitions that will melt their health bars in seconds. If anything is somehow still standing, toss your weighted throwing knife to trigger 1 final parting ignition. This build bridges the gap between pure gunplay and absolute ability spam, giving hunters a burst damage rotation that feels incredibly satisfying to pull off. Thanks for watching, have a good one y'all.